Barry, in a way, reminds me of what we know about Rabbi Akiva, who it was never too late to start learning and to reconnect with our heritage.
Barry is a very special person. You can know him for 5 minutes and you're already his friend. It's so easy to talk to him. He listens, he understands.
Both my parents were Jewish. However, at a very young age, 6 months old, I was shipped to Montana. And that's basically where I grew up till I was about 11 years old. In Montana, none of my family really practiced Judaism, as you can imagine.
Because he really wasn't raised with a lot of Jewishness, spirituality in the home.
Growing up in Montana and being alienated from his religion and keeping it a secret that he was even Jewish.
For the first time as a young boy, I saw and I felt anti-Semitism.
He really didn't have much of a Jewish background there until his family moved to New York.
But even in New York, Barry was connected to Judaism because he lived in a Jewish area. He had many Jewish friends all of a sudden. And so it wasn't until now, really, and until Monica, that he became more connected to Judaism.
I kind of talked him into going back to his Jewish roots because he was basically not going to, he wasn't a member of a synagogue, or he was only going to high holidays, basically. Sometimes he wasn't even doing that. But I just saw something in him that he was kind of like missing something, you could tell.
Well, Barry runs a company called Roca, which he bought back in the 90s, 95, 96 maybe, and still owns it. And his wife actually runs it. He will admit that jokingly.
Before Musar, I don't think Barry was necessarily proud to be a Jew. He didn't want other people to know he was Jewish because when he was growing up, he was growing up around people who didn't really care for Jewish people. So now he's proud to be Jewish. He doesn't mind letting people know that he's Jewish, and that's thanks to Rabbi Wolbe and his Musar class.
Barry is always an active participant in our class, always makes the class lively, always asks poignant questions, and is involved and engaged with the learning, not only in class, but out of class.
Barry brings issues from his life, from work, from his interaction with friends and people into the Musar class and talks about how it impacts him, brings dilemmas in.
They challenge you to look at yourself, your own character traits, positive and negative, and to better yourself, to improve yourself.
Rather than just sitting and listening to a rabbi speaking, we all participate back and forth constantly.
We became a group of close friends.
I consider Barry a friend. He's the kind of person who would be there for you if you needed him, and who will be there even when you don't need him.
You never feel intimidated or reactionary. They're just easy to be with.
Pretty much almost every Friday night we have Shabbat together.
I've been able to make a lot of friends through Torch. Of course, it's the Thursday night class, and now this Thursday night class, because of our common interests, we actually hold Shabbat together.
We actually continued the discussion in the car after our class. If it's something that we feel pretty strongly about, it continues on to Friday night. And it's always a very thoughtful discussion.
I have only seen gentleness, kindness, soft-spoken, patient, compassionate, kindness, and generosity.
He would give you anything. I didn't ask him for anything, but I know he would.
Since I felt so personally affected by Torch, I thought it would become important for me to be a financial supporter of Torch, because there are so many people out there like myself who were either unaffiliated, or perhaps they did belong to a congregation, but they never really got the deep connections that are available through Torah and through Musar classes. And the only way really for me to feel an important part of that was to actually be a financial supporter. I've been part of a miracle. With that support, I could see that TORCH can not only be a growing entity, but be one that can reach out and embrace all Jews from all different areas.
Barry, we both want to congratulate you on this Talmud Torah Award. I know you've earned it, and we will continue to study together and excel.
Congratulations. We are so proud that you are receiving this award. You are so deserving.
I'm proud of you, Barry. I'm happy you're being given this honor, and you're well deserving of this.
I could not think of anybody who deserves it more than he does.
The way I could say congratulations is by giving you a great big hug.
I would like to thank TORCH for giving Barry this honor. Taking these TORCH classes has helped him to become a better person and a better Jew, and also continue to help him to be more ethical in his dealings no matter what the cost. Thank you, TORCH.
And I would like to thank Rabbi Walby for his incredible leadership, my wife for her endless support, my children, and my friends. Thank you all for this award. I will completely treasure it all of my life. Thank you.